Oh, hey, thanks for clicking on Hometown Hairdressers, a conversation with friends. I am joined today and every day by the lovely Shauna Lachona,
Lachona.
Shayna Luscious Jackson Johnston. Give it up for sexy chocolate.
Oh my goodness. Hi. And I'm also joined by my wonderful co-host. And that was the most amazing introduction I think I've
I
ever
thought you were
had.
going to attempt to do one back. And
Holy
just
cow. I
wanted
just
to
don't think I'm
don't
on
do
it.
it.
I'm not on
I
yet.
was rehearsing that in the shower today.
Oh my gosh, y'all, was that not the best?
That's a good intro.
This is Ernesto Calderon, y'all. And this right here was literally the very first and foremost thing that drew me to you was just your charisma and your just almost theatrical nature.
Oh,
like you and
it's
I
theatrics, no
are
doubt.
Disney on ice at work. Let's just say that.
It's so hard to relay that though when we're recording, because what
It
happens the
is.
minute we hit record, I get tense automatically. You talk
Nervy.
differently.
Well, it's nerve-wracking.
It is nerve-wracking. I really wish we could just record while we're at work and then edit out what we don't want.
Well, and I think that would be something to think about. We are wrapping up our last episode of this season, but what about
season
miking?
Finale, y'all.
Yay!
What about what?
We could mic up next season, maybe just for a day or two, and just see what comes of it. You never know.
Like the Jonathan Salon show. Remember that? What was that called? Blowout. Did you ever watch that?
No.
It was a reality show. I feel like it got started from another show, like a design show. Anyway, this guy, Jonathan, I don't remember his name. They had a reality show in his salon, and he had a line of products that were pretty successful, but he was very dramatic, and so it was fun to watch. Anyway, getting right into this, we're part 2 of the 20 questions with Shauna Lachona.
Lachona?
It's my turn.
Lupe, we still miss you.
What did you say?
Lupe.
Oh.
She named me Lachona.
Oh, Lupe.
Yeah.
Hi.
She was a great shampoo tech.
Oh, yeah.
We miss her.
Okay, so it's my turn to ask you some questions.
Okay.
Let's get to know Shauna a little bit better. All right, let's start out easy, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, what are your top 3 to 5 go-to movies? Just right off the top of your head.
Flashdance. Pretty Woman.
Okay.
Witches of Eastwick.
Good one. I just watched that one.
Death Becomes Her.
Oh, yeah.
This is a wild lineup
one
here.
more. You'll be at 5, I think.
Love Overboard with Goldie Hawn.
Overboard. Yes, that's in my top 3.
My oldest, but one of my most favorites on repeat. Yes.
Good ones. Okay, so second question. If you had had a boy, what would you have named him?
Oh my goodness. Honestly, I was way into last names for first names, and I always did want to have more kids, and I was wanting to name him Miller.
Yeah.
Like Miller, you know, and whatever, I guess it would have been then, that was the name that I had always liked. And then we have a very strong family name on my mother's side, which is Walker. So it was Miller Walker, blah, blah, blah.
So Matthew McConaughey's brother, Rooster, who lives in West Texas, named his son Miller.
Seriously?
Middle name Light.
See?
Miller Light. And daughter's name is Margarita. I'm not kidding.
Okay, so no, I did not know that. That's a lie.
Miller's a good name. I hate to ruin it with the Miller Light, but it's just a fact.
You want to know how many girls, though, that whenever you would talk about stuff like that, like in the salon or wherever, they would be like, yeah, Miller Light. I mean, that was literally the first, that everybody responded with that. So for you to say that was not shocking. I've heard that.
Well, see, leave it to Wichita Falls and West Texas to think of beer. Okay, next question. Can't leave the house without these 3 items. Go.
My cell phone. Because I work from it.
You don't have to say children or anything like that. I'm talking about like stuff you've got to have on you at all times.
Yeah. Well, seriously, my cell phone and my everything, because it's my point of sale and my booking system. What else can I not leave the house without? I mean, my purse.
Well, that encompasses everything you can fit in it, so we'll allow it.
You can fit a small child in there. No.
Okay, how about this? Top 3 things that could go in your pockets.
That could go in my pockets. Okay. my
phone,
my lip gloss, my lip plumping gloss that I love every day.
Your Bonnie Bell cappuccino lip gloss?
Yes, that. The one that plumps the wrinkles out, and then the red lipstick.
So those are your 3? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Do you sleep naked?
Oh, no, I don't. Okay. And there's a reason for that. Because if I have to get up and protect, I'm going to have to get dressed. I'm not going to have time. So.
See, I just get up swinging out of bed.
Really?
Yes, in all senses of the words. It might even make them more
run
scared.
faster.
Who knows? Yeah.
No, I don't. I'm pretty boring, and I have some really cute little matching sets.
Well, it's not boring if they're cute.
No, I don't. And on occasions, I guess it happens, but not on the reg.
Okay. So what do you think your kids would say is your best quality? Start with McKenna.
I think she would say it would be me being supportive of her, just in life, her, adventures and things like that. I'm not ever going to be one to give them a negative outlook on you told me you weren't going to make me cry.
Oh, right on.
But I'm not going to give them a negative outlook on things. I guess I'm always going to give them the glass half full scenario. Okay. And I know that she has come back many times and said, Mom, thank you so much for that. Or, this, that, or the other, and that means a lot. So.
Do you think Carter would say the same thing?
I think Carter would say just my unconditional love. Okay. Carter's needs nurturing. McKenna's not my child that wants to be hugged, but Carter, she wants the back tickles, and she wants the leg rubs, and she wants the snuggles with Mom, and she wants the one-on-one time, and those things mean a lot to her. So, yeah, she would say just the nurturing and love.
I love that the answers are different, but I figured they would be.
Oh, because they're totally different girls. Exactly. Oh my gosh, yeah. They're just so incredibly different.
Yeah, and both wonderful.
Yes.
So, you and your friends are out having adult beverages. There happens to be a karaoke sign-up list.
Yeah.
And you sign up. What song is it?
Oh my gosh. I think it's going to be Pat Benatar, maybe
That's
Hit
big.
Me With Your Best Shot or something, something sing-alongy.
Okay. I
should have
known it would be a
I mean, it's always going to be an
voice.
80 power something. 80s women and rock, and I mean, you just don't beat it. It could have been a very, very strong second would be Bobby McGee, Janis Joplin. Mm-hmm. That one's fun.
I don't do the karaoke's, but if I had to, not that this is about me, but
I want to know. Do tell.
It would be Salt and Pepper Shoe, because I can talk my way through it.
Now it's all about the subject.
Yes, so it's just about cadence, right? And
right.
You just talk your way through it. It'd be the easiest karaoke song, and I know it in my sleep. So anyway, moving on.
I love that. You've planted a seed.
No, ma'am. You got to get me to agree to do it. So if you could turn back the clock, change one thing, whether it be a conversation that you had or a relationship or something you pursued, what would you have changed? Or is there anything?
I do. I think I would have changed being a salon owner in the way that I went about it. I think it was a little bit egotistical, and I was very immature at the time. And I went into something really with not near enough education on what I was getting myself into and things like that. I think that had I stayed away from salon ownership and just more as an individual and focused more on my education and things like that, and maybe even transitioning down into the Metroplex, not necessarily the way I did, but doing it in a slower, more methodical, thought out way.
When you were more ready for it.
Right, yeah.
Right.
I mean,
do you think you're ready now for it? Again.
Salon ownership?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I'll ever own another salon. I really don't.
Do you think that had you not opened the salon then, and you were doing that plan, excuse me, where you said you would have gotten more education, you would have done all that. So at this point,
had I gone about it my other direction?
Right. Do you think now would be a good time?
I do. I think, and I can't ever say never. I can never say never. I see a little building on Vickery all the time, and I tell Ernie about it every time I drive by there, and it's been for lease for like 2.5 years, and
continue to.
Yeah, and so I can't say never, but I would say my approach would be vastly different than it was before.
I'm sure that's
lots of hard lessons.
That's what
learned.
experience does, right?
Right.
So, if you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Ooh, read people's minds. For sure. I want to know. Like, I'm so nosy.
Xavier there?
Oh, my goodness. I want to know, but I wouldn't want to know for, like, reasons of,
just read them or be able to control them?
I'm not a big controller.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, no, I just want to know. I want to know. Okay.
I don't know. I don't think I do. I don't think I would want to know.
I mean, I think it would have to be in a limited, I can only do it every once in a while. But I just want to know what people are thinking.
It's like that.
You think about it, then you have all the power because you know everybody's next move.
I know, but then you also know what they really think about you. It's like that movie with Mel Gibson, the What Women Want, when he could hear what women were thinking.
I think these men these days need to be able to hear something.
A little bit of it, but are they prepared to handle what they hear?
Probably not.
All right, moving on. So, who was the first person you fell for? I'm talking even schoolyard crush, first boyfriend. Who do you remember first being like just really into?
Really, really, my very first boyfriend that I would say I was in love with, like I had emotional feelings for, was probably Brian Kidd, my junior high school boyfriend. Yeah.
Should we send him this episode?
I mean, I hope to God he's not listening, but if he is, hey.
I think everybody should spread this out on your Facebook.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And let's find this man.
And it was great. It was so cute, and it was very innocent, and it was a lot of kissing, and
how old were you?
Barely holding hands. 7th grade? Was it 7th grade? 8th grade? Maybe.
Okay.
It was junior high. Yeah. It was it was later. I can't think of anything before that.
3rd grade.
Oh my gosh.
I know, Ryan Brantley.
Holy cow, you really were like.
I feel like I have his Snapchat. I should probably send him this.
That's hysterical.
All right. So, okay, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to answer your questions with my answers.
Your dad's going to get on to you in a minute.
Brent's going to get on to me. So, Cool Ranch or nacho cheese Doritos?
Oh, Cool Ranch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Of those people that aren't in your life anymore, whether they are not living or you just don't have them in your life anymore, who would you want to share a cup of coffee with?
My grandmother. She was just absolutely one of the most regal women you've ever met. She had so much class and poise and just dignity. I had so much respect for her. I mean, she didn't get up without having a full face of makeup on every day. She took pride in her appearance until the day she couldn't. She was my go-to, my confidant, my supporter, my number one lady. So
that's sweet.
Definitely my grandma.
Okay. Was she a coffee drinker?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't drink her coffee. It was so stiff.
Was she hardcore, just black coffee?
Black. Like no, like she was legit. Like when it came to coffee, and I mean they drank it all day long. Like that
campfire coffee? Just,
like you can't even see
a cup
it.
Before you go to bed. That is hardcore.
Yes, so that they did. They drank it every night.
But she did it in style. So
yes, she did.
All right. So if you won the lottery,
yes,
we're going to assume that you do all the responsible things that somebody who's just come into money would do and set yourself and your children and blah, 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 blah. Tell me what your first splurge would be.
Oh my gosh. My first splurge. I think it would be probably like a European, like cruise, like vacation, 3 months at least, with me and my closest. Like, I just want to get out of here and I want to experience things because, as well as I do, we're trapped so much behind the chair that like, getting away from that is huge. And it would be a sabbatical for me.
How long would you take?
3 months.
Oh, you said 3 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, I would take all my people, make sure all their things were handled and we would go. And I mean, I would just enjoy living and learning and being.
That's lovely. So next question, would I be going on this European vacation splurge?
Yes, you would be going on my big vacation splurge.
That's actually not one of the questions, but
I mean, yeah.
Okay. That sounds amazing.
And Brent's coming too.
Okay. Well, thank you. You hear that, Brent? All right. So, what do you imagine retirement looking like for you?
Right now my vision is probably me on some land, um, maybe near the water. I see myself involved with either always some form of education or something with hair. I don't ever see myself being completely away from that, whether it be just speaking engagements or, whatever. I would always love to have one hand in that. But I have such a strong gravitational pull towards animals. I feel like I would probably do something with some sort of animal rescue organization or something.
Yeah, you kind of do now with all the animals you've.
I know. I feed outside. Yeah.
It's a little sanctuary.
It is a little bit, but they're not indoors, and but yeah, I mean, I think I would like to be able to, do something more for the elderly dogs that are
the seniors. They need
the seniors. Like, I would like to have
help.
like a senior camp where I could just go and have like 16 of them at a time.
I would love
in
to
a
do
little
that
pack,
too.
and we can just,
yeah,
every day.
That
so that
sounds
would be
lovely.
that.
Do you have a place in mind when you say land with water?
Well, we have family land in Arkansas, and that would be something that maybe I would consider. But I also would love to be near the ocean. I mean, I just feel like not even necessarily land, but something big enough where I could have my
land by
dog
the ocean
sanctuary.
Too.
Yeah. Not that I can afford that real estate, but high hopes.
You never know,
right?
Never know. Depends on where it is.
So yeah, something like that. I mean, I see myself highly involved in yoga and wellness and just really long gray hair,
making tinctures,
all
and
things,
drying herbs in the kitchen, and
doing all the earthy things, hands in the dirt,
Yeah.
growing stuff.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Do you use an alarm to wake up, or do you wake up naturally?
I wake up naturally before my alarm every day, but I do have one set.
For what time?
It's normally set for 6:30, but I would normally wake up about 5:15 to 5:30 naturally, and then I just end up turning it off when it goes off. So.
Okay. Have you ever been in a car accident?
I have. I've been rear-ended one time.
That's not bad.
No, not bad at all. And it was it was probably like 7 years ago. And I mean, it was minor, but I've not ever been in anything scary. Thank God.
Good. Yeah.
Yes.
Do you consider yourself a religious person?
I mean, that's kind of a tricky question. My higher power is God. But I also believe in a lot of the spiritual practices of, like some of the essential oils and crystals and things like that, a lot of people have not integrated the two together yet. So
I don't even think that's spiritual. I think it's very physical. I mean, those crystals are of this earth, and they do
like
have
very metaphysical type
vibrations like we all have. And
Right.
The same with the oils. Like, some of them just smell really good, but others do things. So
I pray all the time. And yes, my higher power is God, but am I at church like Christian like that? No.
I think you're a very spiritual person who feels things. But
yes.
Okay. What do you? Oh, okay. Do you know anybody personally, or that you follow, or that you whatever that you think might make a good president of the United States?
That I follow?
I mean, just anybody you know.
Freaking Matthew McConaughey.
All
right.
That could work. Imagine him as an older man in the office of the president. I can see that. He
just has an open mind. And I think that that's a lot of what people in politics today have just got, this one-sided, closed-minded thought process. And it's just so nasty. And everybody else out here is all trying to be like, well, we could bend a little here or here or there, but it's up there that they don't. I think just with him, I like his thought processes. He's got a broader. I don't know. I was really hopeful he was going to run for governor. And
I
then he
really
didn't.
was too, and I thought he was, but.
Well, if you're out there, we want you to run for governor.
Matthew, if you're listening to Hometown Hairdressers,
we love you.
You got 2 votes here. Okay, if you could be dressed head to toe in any designer, who would it be?
Oh. Yeah, it's probably going to be Gucci.
Mm. Yeah.
Because I love that they always really they love a good gold embellishment. Gucci loves gold, and I love gold. Like
I love gold.
I love gold. All things gold. But like I've always loved gold jewelry. I've never gravitated to too much silver. Like if I'm gonna have a nice ring or something like that, I want it to have gold in it at least.
I'm looking at gold all over you now.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. What's your Halloween costume this year?
Oh, it's Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, and you're gonna be Travis Kelce.
I still am not sure how that is supposed to happen, but I'm open to the idea. And how are you gonna what Taylor Swift look are you gonna?
I mean, there's so many. You want me to name them all?
One that reads Taylor Swift, without a doubt.
Glittery button-up blazer with some boots, and
I think Janet Jackson did that too.
I mean, I could be her
and
too.
And Britney.
Mm-hmm. All of them. So
just a diva.
You just don't want to wear football pads.
Oh, I forgot. Okay, it's the foosball guy. Right. Okay.
Sports ball.
The sports ball man.
I don't know. I would say probably something not too complicated if I know myself.
Okay.
Maybe a t-shirty kind of thing.
That sounds like a cop-out. This is Halloween.
Oh. Okay.
It's gay Christmas.
It's gay Christmas. I can't wait.
It needs to be brought.
Okay, I'll bring it.
Okay.
I still am upset that you won't do this with me.
I don't
All
know
you have
where
to
I'm
wear
supposed
is a Kansas City Chiefs football uniform.
Well, I'll just run out to the store, to the sports ball store, and get a jersey and pads.
Maybe I'll be an Egyptian princess.
See, your ideas are just flying. You haven't nailed down anything. Okay. Final question, Shauna.
Yes.
What would you like season 2 of Hometown Hairdressers to look like? What do you want to do?
I really want to focus on you and I continuing to do our episodes. Whether we do more interviews on the side of that. Mm-hmm. I want to do a lot more interviews. I want to lift up a lot of people this next season. I want to collaborate. I want to get some stories out there of just people and their experiences behind the chair in life and things like that are inspiring, that can help elevate other stylists to continue to grow, push forward.
When you say behind the chair, do you want to focus on hairdressers, or do you?
No, it's not just hairdressers. I guess
people.
Yeah, people in general. Anybody that this can relate to, gosh, please listen. If it's your mom that's at home and, whatever, if there's something, little tidbit nugget in there that they can, take away from, please, yes. And that's all I want to do, I think, is my main focus is to see people grow and be better and want to learn and know more about themselves and whatever industry it is that they are in.
I think we've done a lot of good things this season on growing as a person and some things to help with that and relationships. I wonder if we were to do education,
for sure,
videos, how-tos, that sort of thing. I'd love to hear from people.
Yes.
And I just want to know, is it been done? Is it saturated?
I don't think it's necessarily saturated.
Missing something? And if so, what is it that we're missing that would make the education and the how-tos
or what could we bring
better? What could we bring you?
What could we bring that y'all aren't getting, that maybe you've thought of a certain way that you would like to see it delivered and you're not getting it that way? So any ideas, flood them in, let us know, because I would love to be able to give my expertise just on some dry cutting or some shaping or something like that, whereas we've got girls that work with us that would love to help with formulations and blending.
And toning and I think that's where I want to make sure that it's real clear to everybody. We are not the best of the best of the best. By no means are we trying to put ourselves out there in a way that's look at me and what I've done. And it's not about that. It's just, we work with a lot of really talented people in different ways. I think our little group collectively got so much talent from everything. And, Blake with the way he shapes hair and the way he, structures hair. Julie and Trisha with the way that they do everything,
Well, yeah, that's what I meant with as far as toning and blonding.
Yeah, but I will say one thing that you and I have is the cutting in the Aquage way, and the way that a lot of people are looking for, the texturizing, the things like that. And we know how to do it. So
well, and that's
another
thing is I feel like there's such a hyper focus right now on extensions, and there's such a hyper focus right now on, coloring and blending and melting and things like that, people do get away from just the basic foundation of
structure
and weight lines and what things do and over direction and under, just all of it. What does it do and why? And I think once you have those things embedded in your mind, if we could come up with a curriculum that would help just embed those things in people's minds.
Well, before we go there,
show them how to shift into and be able to create whatever you want, because you and I both know all haircuts are a blend of every technique. It's not just one. It's not
right. That's why I hate names for haircuts.
And
I hate it.
I kind of want to do that's something I think I want to do. Talking about passion is,
well, I want to hear from the people that do listen to us. What is it education wise? Because that is something that we definitely want to transition into and to put out there, is education in the way that I would have loved to have received it. And I've gotten some great education. I just taking all of that and putting it into a product that I feel like might get through. I lost my train of thought.
Well, and another thing I do want to bring too is I hope y'all are ready for this one, is we're going to bring product knowledge. I am, for sure. That's something I'm super passionate about. And it's a revelation I've had here just recently, I enjoy grabbing a new product and
you're so good at that, and you're always,
and I love it, and I always
telling me about these new products. Taylor did that a lot with me too, and really what I just have learned to do is just see what sticks with you and with her, because you get excited about every new thing, which is great, but I just kind of leave it to you to try it out. And if it sticks and you're still using it at your station a month later, then I'm like, okay, I'll check this out. Okay, well, I'll tell you what I'd love to see is just a little more of the polished stuff with our little sound bites and that kind of stuff that we don't really know how to do.
Oh, this was a total learning experience for us, season 1, and we have learned immensely. From just last episode to this episode, there's always something we've learned, and I really don't know anything about any of the audio stuff. That's all on Ernest.
I can't say I know that much, but
I bought a thing that helps us make it.
I'm going to call it an equalizer. That's what I called it earlier. I don't know that that's what it is, but it's a box that has buttons.
So we're working, guys, and we love it. And so we hope you love it and just continue to follow along and grow with us.
Well, as wrapping this up goes, I can't believe we did this.
I can't believe you rapped to me at the beginning of this episode, and I love it.
I rapped?
It was kind of rappy.
Oh, no, it was just very scripted.
I
did it in my head over and over.
I loved it.
That was pretty good.
That was really good. That meant the most.
Well, all right. So do you think we've said enough?
I think for this season we have said enough, but while we wait, we'll be gathering a lot more things to say for next season. And
you guys enjoy your holidays.
Yes.
It's going to be nice for us to just get through this busy season and not have to record as well. So we'll get a little break, give you all a break from our voices, and
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you in 2024.
You guys take care of yourselves and each other.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.